Let's go. Hey. What it sound like? Sound like money, like money. What it look like money, like money. What it feel like?
What's really good with Don's Familiar? Everybody new to the channel, Don's Familiar. That's the name of the subscribers. Y'all not subscribers. It's Familiar in Spanish is family, for those that don't know. But what's really good, man? Here with a different type of video. Got some 21 gameplay for y'all in the background to keep y'all entertained. But, you know, the story I tell you should entertain you too. Anyways, man, I've really been wanting to drop this for a while, man. Tell y'all this, man. So one day I just got on the game, was playing with my bro, and somebody joined my party. Somebody randomly joined my party. You know, I leave my party open so y'all can join it. Invite me to games and y'all can play with me and talk with me. My party chat was open, and somebody joined my party. First thing he said is, "Hey, is this the real Money Don?" And that caught me by such surprise. I just was like, "Yeah, this is Money Don. Like, why wouldn't it be? Who would impersonate to be me?" That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, who would impersonate to be Money Don? Like, what kind of stuff is that? So when I told him that, he kind of backed away from the mic and was like, "Yeah!" And I was like, man, what? My bro was ready to start roasting him. I'm like, bro, chill. And I see he's somebody that really support me, basically. And I was caught way off guard by this, and I was so shocked. But yeah, he's like, dude, I can't believe this is really you. And like, you can hear his voice shaking, like he almost starstruck, like we in person or something. I mean, but I just thought that was so cool, and I was still in disbelief. I just didn't believe it. I really didn't believe that he was really that excited. So let me get back to it. He said to me, dude, I watch all your videos, man. Like, I know you may not know me or know much about me as much as I know about you. Because for those that don't know, a lot of my subscribers, I let them send me friend requests, and I accept their friend requests. To all the Don's Familiar, I let them get on my friend list so we can play. And if I ever need y'all for a video, you know what I mean? And you know when I do my giveaway, so y'all can be there, of course. Y'all can't be there if y'all not a friend of mine. It wouldn't even make sense. But yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, he was saying, yeah, man, like, I watch all your videos, man. Like, I've been there since the beginning, since you had like 30 subscribers. And you know, I'm not a huge YouTuber, but I'm getting at it though. I'm getting with it. I'm getting to it. Yeah. So he said, I've been with you since you had about maybe 30 or less. And I'm like, man, that's what's up, man. And I was telling him I've never really seen him comment or anything, because he said he don't know what to say, but he makes sure he likes everything. And he said to me, man, like, your videos, like, they really help me a lot. Your videos, they help me a lot, man. I've been going through some things, battling depression, and a lot of stuff going on in my life. Remind you, this guy is only 12 years old. He's 12 years old, and he's telling me these things that he's going through, and it's just shocking that he could watch my videos to get some enjoyment out of it, be entertained, or just to ease his day, ease his mind, to get his mind off of whatever situation he's going through. And I'm like, wow. And that's so crazy to me, because before I started YouTube, well, a year before I started YouTube, it was a YouTuber I watched that I was going through some things, and I watched it to I didn't know I was watching it to get through what I was going through. But when I look back, but towards the end, when I was making it through what I was going through, that's a story for another day. What I was going through, that's definitely a story time. But this YouTuber I watched helped me. He helped me, and for me to be able to do that to somebody so early in the game of my YouTube career, like, I'm like, man, that was just amazing to me. That was amazing to me, and that right there just made me want to go so much harder with this YouTube stuff. It made me want to drop more content. It made me want to be more made me want to interact with y'all even more. You know what I mean? But you know, despite the trolls and everything, but it just made me want to get so much more focused and make sure I put out content in case there's anybody else that's going through something like him. And he was telling me, well, I'm gonna tell you a little about his situation. You know, of course, I'm not gonna disclose his name or anything, but he was telling me, man, that he told me that he lost his father. He lost his father. Remind you, this guy's only 12 years old. He said he lost his father. His father is in the service. I'm not sure if he told me if he was a Marine, in the Army, Air Force, any of that. But he was telling me that he lost him in Iraq. He lost his father to Iraq, and I was telling him, I'm sorry for your loss, man. I'm sure things will get better for you. But this is it sucks, but it's a lesson that you learn that early on in your life. That, you know, all of us being here is temporary. So make the most out of your life, man. Definitely make the most out of your life. But I still feel real terrible for him though, man. 12 years old, already lost his father. But yeah, but it sounded like him and his father already had a lot of good conversations, and his father was teaching him a lot of things because he was telling me. So he told me he lost his father over in Iraq, fighting for our country, and he was telling me about his stepfather. He was telling me his stepfather, he's pretty much just a bum, man. He worked like 2 days out of the week. He only works like 2 days out of his week. His mom was working 2 jobs, and his stepfather, you know, try to be a father to him, but he's not doing it right. You know, he's coming at him and he's not seeing what's really going on with him. You know what I mean? I mean, come on, man. My man's lost his father, man. Have a heart. You know what I'm saying? You gonna disrespect him? This is your stepson. If you really in love with his mom and you really there like her, I mean, come on, man. She going through some things too, I'm sure. But he was telling me, man, they kind of in a struggling situation. You know, like I said, his mom's working 2 jobs, and this stepdad kind of bump on the log, really just on the couch chilling. 2 days out of the week he going to work. That's it. 2 days out of the week, that's not a 40-hour check. Come on, man, let alone 80 hours. But that's besides the point. I'm jumping off track. And yeah, he was telling me, he was like, man, he gets into it with his stepfather all the time and stuff, man. And he was telling me, he said, he brought this to my attention. He said, I mean, this is not, he's like, I know this is not good, what I'm going to tell you, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I had no idea what he was going to say to me. He said, my dad, he gave me 2 guns. He gave me 2 guns before he left into the war. And I'm like, I mean, I'm sure you and your dad had a good talk then. I'm sure you and your dad had a good talk, and I'm pretty damn sure if he's in the service that he taught you how to handle them. So all I could really tell him is, you know, if you got any younger siblings, younger brother or sister, you got any younger cousins or anything, keep it put away and make sure it's not loaded. That's all I can tell him. I mean, I ain't had no problem when he had no gun. Do what your dad told you. I'm sure he didn't tell you nothing wrong. Cause like I say, he fighting for our country. You know the gun laws and everything. So, you know, I'll just tell him, like, just keep it out of reach of your younger siblings or cousins or relatives. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, he was telling me, like, when he get into it with his stepfather, he'd be thinking about going to it. I'm like, man, that's not the answer. That's not the answer. You'll be tried as an adult when you hit 17 years old. If you ever was to think about that and act it out. That's not the answer. Don't do that, man. I told him, man. I was like, man. I told him I had him in my prayers, definitely. Because depression is not a joke. 'Cause, you know, he said family really ain't got money like that, and family ain't really got money like that, and his mom working 2 jobs, constantly grinding, so I'm sure she's not there all the time when his stepfather mistreating him. It's a terrible situation, man. It really sucks. Wish I knew him in person. Too, because I probably try to set the dude straight. I ain't gonna lie to you. I probably try to set him straight. Like, that's bullying in its finest, even though he's stepfather. Don't mistreat nobody, man. Treat somebody the way you would like to be treated. Like, real talk, man. That's a story for another time too. A bullying situation, definitely. Y'all remind me in the comments. But so yeah, he you know, so he was just telling me how my videos help him. I just was like, dang, man. I wish I'd have put out more material if I knew I had somebody watching at that magnitude. I had somebody watching and really soaking up my video content. I'm like, man. And he telling me he was there in the beginning when my quality wasn't even good. I didn't have edits. My mic was pretty trash. Didn't add music. I didn't even have music on the channel. And he told me he'd been here since the beginning. And like he said, he's basically seen me grow. He's seen the channel grow. He's heard that I've had better equipment and everything. Like, that's crazy for him to be around that long. But it just really made me wish that I dropped at least I dropped a video every day. Like, I dropped a video for him every day. So, like, you know, he get out of school, he got something to watch. He can rewatch it, or, you know what I'm saying, go back and watch something else. Because, I was just doing, like, a video or 2 a week. But that's what I could afford to do with, you know, the time that I have on my hands. But, you know, just to having this conversation with this dude just made me want to grind harder. It really just made me want to grind harder. I'm here to stay. I'm definitely going to get back to dropping my content regularly and more frequently, and I'm going to be streaming more. So I can see what y'all think and what y'all want to see me play on. And, you know, who wants to play with me and everything. But, you know, and he was telling me, man, I should do a face reveal or whatever. And I was telling him, I definitely plan on doing one, but I'm waiting to grow so it can mean more. He was like, man, you should. He was like, man, like, don't be scared to do a face reveal. Like, people want to see you. I'm like, I know, man. There's no fear or nothing like that. I just was trying to wait to make it a big ordeal, make it a big event for the channel, you know. But he inspired me to actually wanna do a face reveal. But that's cool because I definitely got the face reveal on the way. I've been getting different things in the mail every week for the stream and for the, like, I got green screen, I got a lighting kit and everything. Like, just got some upgrades got to do to the computer. Elgato on the way. Got the chair. But anyways, maybe we'll do a setup video down the road. But yeah, he inspired me to want to definitely do a face reveal my face to everybody. And yeah, I asked him, I was like, man, you think you like doing YouTube or anything? He's like, yeah, I like doing YouTube. But he's like, but the thing about me, he's like, man, I always get talked about for my voice. And I'm like, man, do not worry about that. If there's anybody that get talked about for that voice, it's me, Money Don. But you cannot care about that. You cannot care about that because they tell me I sound fat all the time. Ain't nothing fat about Money Don. But that's soon to come in face reveal. But I'm telling him, he was like, man, you really inspired me. He's like, man, I really like you as a person. He's like, man, because he was like, man, like, you just don't get. He's like, you just don't care what nobody say, man. Cause you can't, man. If it's a dream of yours and it's something you really want to do, you can't. You can't. Like, nobody else is gonna help you with your success. You just got to keep grinding and go through it. Like, I've had a lot of ups and downs with this YouTube thing, but it's all good, man. It's all good, man. But I appreciate him for joining my party and telling me how he watched me like that, though. And, you know, I know this was longer drawn out. It's a different type video. I hope you stay to the end because I got a giveaway coming out tomorrow, Friday. A giveaway. So turn your notifications on, Money Don Tubman. We out.